We've got more on Mexico, Argentina, and the fallout from that game, including Tata Martino kind of sounding off Herc on the Mexican media. And, of course, as always here on Futbol Americas, we will answer your questions towards the end of the show. But let's start with Canada against Croatia in Group F action. Canada, of course, coming off that 1-0 defeat against Belgium, where Herc, as you say, they exhibited some great football. Croatia coming in off a scoreless draw against Morocco in their tournament opener. Alphonso Davies opening the scoring in the 2nd minute, the first ever World Cup goal for Canada. Things were looking great. What motivation for the Croatian team. Don't worry. From there, they were plenty motivated. Andre Kramaric scoring in the 36th minute to make it 1-1. 8 minutes after that, Marko Livaja made it 2-1 as Croatia took a 2-1 lead at the half. In the second half, it was more from Croatia. Kramaric made it 3-1 in the 76th. Lovro Majer finishing things off in the 4th minute of stoppage time. 4-1 the final score as Canada lose their 2nd straight game and become the first team from CONCACAF to be eliminated from the competition. 2nd team overall, joining the host
team overall,
Qatar. And a reminder, Canada was actually the team that finished first in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. So, Herc, the final score is an ugly one. 4-1 Croatia. What went wrong for our friends from up north?
All right, let's talk about what went right first, right? Correct?
The first 2 minutes? Yeah,
the first 2 minutes. The first few minutes. What went wrong? Without going into full depth, heading into this match, the motivation you got.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the trash talk and all that, but yeah.
But that's one of the things, right? So the immediate posture. And then after that is this Canadian team does a few things very well. John Herdman does a few things very well. He's very good at analyzing an opponent and figuring out what they're good at and trying to neutralize that. And for the most part, he does those things very well. And then he attacks you with speed.
He's made the U.S. look bad. He's made Mexico look bad. He made Belgium look bad. He didn't make Croatia look bad.
Yeah. Mexico, like Belgium, a team that wants the ball, a team that maybe isn't that fast. Well, let's go to toe with them. Let's take the ball away. Let's outrun them. Let's outwork them in that midfield. Let's make it a physical game. Let's make it a transition game.
Croatia were ready for that?
Well, Croatia wasn't ready for it. And that's why Alphonso Davies ended up scoring. Great for Alphonso Davies. Good moment in transition. Great cross by Tejan Buchanan. But then it's who you have in your midfield and how transition could hurt them. So if you're able to bypass that Canadian press, which most of the time Belgium was not, but if you're able to bypass that press, it's just a straight avenue to your goal. Atiba Hutchinson, 39-year-old, legend for Canada. Legend. He will be 40 in February.
He reminded me of the same way I felt watching Hector Herrera against Argentina. Like a guy who, especially on the 2nd goal for Croatia, just wasn't where he needed to be. And that goal comes in the 41st minute, it's the end of the half. I'm assuming that is when, as a professional, you're at your most fatigued.
And in the 2nd goal, it's actually Alphonso Davies who loses his mark on the wall pass, the 1-2.
Give and go.
A give and go.
Is that feels like a really fundamental
and then it's Hutchinson
mistake.
trying to come over. He's not fast enough. He's not able to cover. Miller gets caught as well. All 3 of those big players, huge players for Canada, impact players, at fault in the 2nd goal. But there were signs even before that. And then after the 2nd goal, it's the 3rd goal. It's Atiba Hutchinson again. It's these players getting dragged out. It's him not having the motor to deal with it. His legs were gone in the first half. Minute 40, I'm begging John Herdman to make a change. Cone, Osorio, Mark Anthony Kaye, whoever you want, but make a change. And he stays with his captain. I love the loyalty to your players. That's fine. But help them out. Your team is fast. They are lethal in transition. They are lethal when they go at people with speed. But your midfield, that is the Achilles right there. So when they physically could no longer do anything, when they physically could no longer, con sus almas, cope with anything out there, Croatia took advantage. And they saw Atiba Hutchinson. They smelled blood in the water, and they went right for the jugular. And it was 1, 2, 3. And then with the motivation heading into this match, they didn't let their foot off the accelerator. Full throttle, they wanted blood.
Yeah, it was interesting because we talked so much about the motivation and the trash talk. We'll kind of break down what was said after this game in just a little bit because the Croatians definitely had their day at the mic as well. But when Alphonso Davies scores 2 minutes in, you're saying, hey, the motivation is clearly on Canada's side here. The message that John Herdman wanted to send, sure, it landed in the Croatian camp, but it also had the intended effect on the Canadian camp. Obviously, hindsight, we can look back and say,
can I intervene very quickly? Yeah. When Alphonso Davies scores, you're thinking, this is the perfect scenario for Canada. perfect.
Yeah.
Because Croatia now has to open themselves up, and Canada could just pick you apart.
I guess some part of me felt like, oh, they scored too early. I did have that pang.
It wasn't they scored too early. It was, can you be disciplined? Can you now be disciplined and take advantage of the opportunity that's being presented to you? And John Herdman, the first time, and I have never criticized John Herdman. I've never criticized John Herdman.
You've only ever shown him love,
before.
Effusive in your praise.
But this is 100% on John Herdman. This is all on him. Tactically, after that goal is scored, when he saw Atiba Hutchinson no longer had the motor or the legs, you should have pulled him. You should have changed the formation. You should have changed the personnel. You should have protected the heart of the Canadian defense, that motor, and you did not. And Croatia just outclassed you from there.
Yeah, and I think that's an important point here. We're going to talk about what else happened in this group. Belgium having a very surprising result against Morocco as they lose. We looked at that Canada performance against Belgium and said, wow, Canada played so well and performed so well and made one of the tournament favorites.
Exposed Belgium, by the way.
You know, look so bad. I think we have to now acknowledge, one, Belgium is not what we thought they were, and acknowledge that there's a significant gap between Croatia and Belgium. Croatia was really, really good today. And here's what I thought Croatia was very good. They are ruthless, Herc. They got 13 shots today. 10 of them were on goal. They make your goalie work. Bojan made 6 saves.
Bojan wasn't at his best either.
No, but I mean, he had a lot of work. I mean, he had to be at his very, very best to have kept this team in the game.
Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't. Do you think any of the goals were particularly his fault?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes. There are a few I thought he could have done better with.
Okay.
The second one, I thought listen.
Could have done better.
The angle is a little tight, and so is the distance a little far. Left-footed shot, side netting. The last goal, I believe, the third goal, because the last goal was a 2v1.
Yeah.
The third goal, I know Atiba Hutchinson, he's trying to get over, and he's doing it in a parallel kind of skip type of way. He'll never get there, and you might be a little screened. I also thought may have been on him. Regardless, it wasn't his best showing.
No.
If anything, I'm disappointed in what I saw from the decision-making, because you're giving Croatia a lot of credit here.
I am.
And that's fine. That's fine. But I saw a Croatian team that was susceptible. I saw a Croatian team that a better team would have covered those spots and made them pay for it.
But they're not, and that's you can point that out, and you can talk all Herdman on you want. But what you're saying is Canada made them look vulnerable and yet couldn't take advantage. And what I'm pointing out is Croatia was incredibly clinical. They got those 2 chances, and it's not just that they score them, Herc. It's when it happens. You get within 8 minutes 2 goals just before the half.
Fair. Goals change games.
That's a dagger, and that's what great teams do. And when we talk about what this Croatia team, maybe we forgot, but 4.5 years ago they were in the final.
How far do you
have
them going based off what they did to Canada? I think that'll answer.
I think they're going to win this group, and I think that's going to set them up for.
Okay, how far do you have them going?
I could see them in the quarterfinals easily.
I don't see them past quarters.
All right, so you're saying they're not a top 4 team in the world.
Right.
Top 8 team in the world is pretty good, especially when we're comparing it to CONCACAF.
I mean, it's top 8 because tournament. The U.S. men's national team, Costa Rica, and South Korea have been top 8
teams. The team from CONCACAF that we claim is the most clinical of the CONCACAF teams, that has the best creative players, the best wide creative players, and has the 2 best finishers. So I'm just saying, there's a big gap there. If you don't think Croatia is that good, look how clinical they are.
Do they have the best central midfielders?
How much Canada was lacking in the final third. Talk to me about Alphonso Davies, because he has the.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.